Audio citizen.
Oh, the audio.
And then, hello everyone, and welcome to another glorious romp at Sanguine Souls. Fluffy Cam still doesn't work. Fluffy Cam never work.
But it works other nights.
Yeah, I know. I don't even understand it, really. I don't get why. But we're all here. Raring for adventure, I'm sure. So, let's not poppycock around here. Who wants to go and roll for recap here?
Not wanting to an option then?
No.
10.
18.
Hey, Fluffy's starting good dice rolls today.
13. I finally rolled above a 10.
So, Faisana, what's going on?
Stuff. Let's see. I know we struck out looking for the guards and went to talk with the ladies about some ideas we had. Well, first I don't even remember. We turned in for the night and talked with Vantis for a while about some plans that we might pursue. And then we went and spoke to the ladies about said plans and whatnot. And then I think we were setting out to look for the guards again. Well, Sybil has been busy making weapons.
It is true that I'm making daggers.
Dagger. Oh, yeah, that's right.
If I remember correctly, we were on our way to find Sybil and see if she wanted to assist in the search.
Yeah, if she was able to take a break point or made any progress or at least get updated on what we heard.
Alright, so, in that interest, you can come into the forge, which has Sybil there.
How many daggers have I made while they were talking?
You were out to... Did you... roll a check for that?
Nope.
Nope. Go ahead and your smithing tools. Give us a check on it. Okay.
That was almost bad. Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at this. That's off with an intelligence?
Yeah.
So that's a 22.
22? Alright. These daggers are 1.5 pounds a piece, so each one would require, I would say, 2 pounds worth of material
Okay.
to construct, and you'll have forged 2 by the time they come around.
Okay. We'll say I forged the ones for them then.
Okay.
So, can I have a pencil if you have one of
An
those?
actual pencil?
Yeah.
I do not have a pencil.
Can I borrow your pencil? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 24s and I have, they're 2 each, 20 pounds left. Okay, so the daggers, they're like a dark metal and they're designed pretty much like base dagger style, but I wanted to imprint on them for Friezana's in the center of the dagger, like widthwise or lengthwise, is my maker's mark, which is the moon with the arrow style thing through it, and then 2 like actual arrows kind of going away from the moon.
Okay.
So like, and then 1 on each side. And then for Nyx, I want to do the maker's mark at the top with a quill, like a writing quill,
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying.
going down the length of the blade.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Fancy daggers.
I could dig it.
Well, I crafted a gun. I should be able to craft some
Oh, no,
fancy daggers.
Oh, you absolutely can. There is no questioning that.
Right.
But yes, you come in to see Sybil quenching a pair of daggers. Well, no, not quenching, but actually getting the finishing sharpening on them.
Quench. Not quench.
Good timing. I'm about done with these. What is it that you guys needed? I'm assuming you didn't know that your daggers were done, at least.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
I need my pencil back. Let's see.
we were just coming to see if you were at a decent stopping point and wanted to take a break and maybe go do some looking.
Yeah, after being at the forge all day yesterday, I think a stopping point would be good.
We were able to talk to at least Michelle, and they're still looking for the guards, unfortunately.
I mean, it's they're missing people. It makes sense they want to find them. It's just not exactly what we're all here for.
So they haven't made any headway either?
Nope.
So where is it do we want to look? A better question is, have they gotten a report back from Vista? Wasn't he supposed to be using the the golem style things to look around?
I don't know, actually.
Wait, as far as where to look, that's anyone's guess. We tried looking around where we encountered the creatures yesterday. And came up with nothing, so
Has anybody checked, like, in the church? Maybe they were seeking cover?
I mean, anywhere is pretty much a good guess at this point, because they should have made it back, but it's been like 2 days now? Or a day? How long has it been?
It's been about a day, a full day at this point.
Okay, so it's been a day, so it's not been too long, but still. If they were making a concerted effort to make it back, then they haven't made it back yet. They got waylaid by something.
can't say if the ladies people have checked the church, but we haven't.
Maybe we could start there and then go from there.
Have we seen this area?
Which area?
This area that they seem to have cleared out the most.
I mean, the only areas we checked, or like we don't know the areas specifically they checked, and the only areas we checked were from the we had found them, and we got waylaid towards heading to the house that we were at with all those fucking zombies and ran into Vista.
Well, wherever you guys want to start, I'm glad to offer any assistance that I can.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, the castle is up there by the bridge, and the house where we first encountered the zombies is in this block somewhere?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, the safe zone and the church would be good, viable options since they would have been on the way back to the castle. Did we want to maybe take a vote about where we'd start today?
You guys have already been out once before earlier, to my knowledge, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So you got about half a day's worth of light left.
I kind of want to check at the church.
You can try the church.
I'm with that.
I wonder if I can walk on Holy Ground. Let's be quick about heading over there. So I guess we'll head across the street to the church.
Okay, so you head to the tall wrought gates. Because coming down from the side area here. The gates are wrought iron. They have kind of a mesh to them. Each of the stout wrought iron poles has a bit of soldered metal weaving across and into them.
Okay.
Or through them, rather. Good 6-7 foot tall barrier. Following that down to the gate, you will see that it has been chained shut.
Alright, well, if they were running away from zombies injured, I don't think they were going to vault up here.
Most likely.
Do we see any kind of other entrance, or does it all seem pretty solid?
most of the grounds, as well as the front access to the church, is within this fence. Though part of the cathedral moves back beyond. But the walls, the windows, are a good 10 feet off the ground.
When we first met these two, it was at these gates, was it not?
Yes?
Because I'm pretty sure we talked to them right out front of the church here when we first met them. Or at least we talked to some guards here. I don't know if it was them.
I think it was them.
So, I'm not very good at it, but I want to make a history check to try and recall whether or not this gate was locked then.
Go and give me that history check.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. It was still sealed off.
Okay.
Something likely.
So yeah, not many of these places have been left. Not many of these places have been poked through due to manpower, you would imagine.
Well, if we can't get into the church, should we just take a sweep along the area that is mostly cleared out, or... Because there's very few places they would have gone. Nick had said they were headed up to the keep.
They said they were heading up to the keep. And that we better be there, and then they didn't show, so I'm like,
Don't think looking into the church is gonna reveal too much. It's been locked this whole time. But we could get in there if we wanted to.
I just don't think they could have gotten in there. They were already injured. I don't think either of them would have been able to boost themselves up in here. Or would have tried. I mean, if anything, if they were running for cover, they would have ducked into the safe area. It was close and easy.
Do we have any knowledge of, like, which buildings in here are quote-unquote safe and which ones might not be?
In the Merchants District?
Yeah.
Most of them have been made safe. To an extent. The area in and of itself, anyway. Though most of the buildings have been locked up. It's the shops and merchant stalls. Aside from now the forge and the inn have been left open. But the area had been cleared and kind of locked away again. Locked up.
Well, we could, in theory anyways, stroll around the Merchants District and see if any doors or windows have been disturbed.
I think that would be a good idea. I guess just try to check any place that was on the way to the keep that they could have ducked into.
Which is mostly like this clump of buildings and like maybe this one back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, off the central square.
I think that would at least be a good start for any, like, tracks of them or, like, maybe signs that they were grabbed or dragged away, anything like that. Because even if they weren't, like, ducking into somewhere, maybe something did grab them. And we should see signs of that, hopefully.
So we're starting at the church area and working our way from there.
Well, we've decided the church isn't really worthwhile, so we're starting at the
Oh, because the church gates are locked.
Yeah, and the windows are too high. Everything is just pointing to there's no way 2 injured men would jump up there. So we're going to start with the clump of buildings kind of right across from the church.
Okay.
And see if there's any signs of them at all.
Who's going to helm this?
It should probably be Faizana since she has specialties in tracking. Because because my survival is not great.
Me neither.
Faye is good at it when she's really trying.
Doesn't she have like a feat
Yeah.
for it?
She's got a power for it. It's like a channel divinity.
Yeah. Kind of wish Pally's got more than one of those. Because
Good
my
thing
other
you got
channel
one of
divinity
those.
is the one that lets me do rangy stuff.
Well, we only have half a day left anyway, so this is probably going
Alright.
to eat up most of that time.
I can, I'll burn my divinity to, what is it, +10 to, like, all those searchy checks.
Yeah, I just don't know if they're for you or for your party.
It's
Probably
me
is.
when I make an investigation, insight, perception, or survival check to follow tracks.
Well, you don't exactly have tracks to follow right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, then I'll save that until we do find something then.
Alright. So, who is helming and who is helping?
Well, I'm assuming he's still helming because his investigation is better in general.
Wait, is it based off investigation?
Yes, it's a. No, we'll say it's an investigation.
I have a 6
My
in investigation.
investigation is not good in general.
I mean,
Okay.
I could helm until we find something for you to track.
Yeah, because I've got a 6 investigation too.
Yeah, so one of us could, whichever.
Alright.
Are one of you trained?
Yes.
I'm trained in it.
Okay, you both.
That's the only reason why we are 6. We don't have
Okay.
a +6 int. Fuck off, cat.
Do you want to roll for it?
Yeah, I'll roll
Okay.
for it. So that's a 15.
Can I help him?
Go ahead and roll your. Go ahead and roll your perception.
Mine?
No,
Oh, mine?
Sybil.
So that's an 18.
18. Okay. So you getting into your, we'll say, instincts.
Sniffing for blood.
I smell dead people.
They were bleeding at one point.
They were bleeding at one point, and you're just kind of trying to focus in on there and try and help direct, direct Nick's wandering musings using the kind of the slightly enhanced senses that you've been given.
Okay.
And you're taking down a couple of blind alleys. You're not quite used to this. It seems that one of these buildings tucked a ways away from the main square holds a sign that says Golden Griffin Exchange. And it shows a silhouetted griffin sitting with its paw around what seems to be a pile of coins branded on the on a kind of a tattered and broken down sign. You will notice that between all of you that one of the windows seems to be broken along its frame, as if it was forced open.
Interesting.
Okay, well, does it move right now? Like, can we...
If you go up to it,
I'll go up to it.
you go up to it, and it seems like whatever locking mechanism, like bottom latch, had been kind of pushed open and snapped with something akin to like the flat of a crowbar or whatnot. Nick, with your roll, you'll see that based on the prevailing conditions, this hasn't soaked in as much. So it stands to reason that probably within the last week this has been done.
What?
You don't know exactly how.
The window being forced or the
Yeah.
blood?
The window being forced, because there are splinters around where the latching mechanism was broken.
I see.
Oh, this wasn't broken by a beast, I don't think.
No, they would have broken the window out completely. They wouldn't have just forced the frame.
I would suggest that if there's 2 dying men in there, that you 2 go first. It would be a tragedy if I ended their lives.
I'll go.
I'll go right behind you.
I will keep watch. Call me if you need me and if, they're not bleeding.
Well, Faye will try to climb up in the window first.
Yeah, you could climb the window. The window is a first story thing, so it's just kind of like opening it up and
Like stepping through when we went to visit Vantis or Vista.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, kind of.
Like, oh, hello, there it steps in.
Yeah, pretty much. But you are able to step yourself in, and a few feet away from there, you do see a splotch of dried blood. Or at least coagulated.
Okay. Not seeing any signs of anything threatening.
Check your perception. You don't see anything threatening or invasive.
She will turn back. Seems clear there is a bit of blood on the floor, so we might be onto something.
Alright. Well, might as well follow the drip trail.
I'll probably go through the window, but stay quite a few paces behind them to be sure that if they come across something, I'm not in the heat of the smell, I suppose you could say.
Go ahead and roll
Willpower. So,
perception.
Okay.
roll your ability to drink.
That's a 14 for
Roll your
perception.
licking
14?
skill.
As you're kind of like
Box check.
as you're kind of checking at this splatter on the ground, just kind of eyeing it, almost like, is it going to trip me? It doesn't seem to hold any appeal to you.
Oh no, that's probably not good.
Well, it just means that the blood is not fresh.
Fair. Dry blood is not interesting. Alright, good to know.
Do we find unmoving
Those-
bodies yet?
Is this like a 1-2 story deal?
The building seems to be one story.
Yeah, they have a basement.
Are there hooks?
Maybe.
Is it a killer shack?
Someone might have died.
Shia LaBeouf hiding in a corner.
Very possible.
Now
No,
we're mixing all the games.
no.
Don't worry, this is not the Cordyceps version.
Still no.
Yet. No, but if you kill it, it'll become vampire.
If this somehow ends up winding over to Bramstock, I'd be surprised and a little bit pissed. Because I'd be like, what is not Bramstock at this point?
I am not going to put this game to Bramstock.
Because it'd be funny, but then at that point I'd start feeling bad for the other ones because we just keep roping in side characters.
Yep. Besides, I like this game as a standalone anyway.
It is good as a standalone.
So I'm assuming we're looking at basically just like a big, well, not necessarily
It's like a
big, but
storehouse or a
open-
bank, right?
This is
an
set up.
open, like,
I'm sure
market.
if we listen, we'll hear.
This place is set up much like a bank.
the back area.
So yeah, it's open and there's probably some side rooms or something. But
Yeah.
the room we're in right now is like the big open. Come in and do your
Lobby.
business.
Yeah, you
area.
find yourself in the main lobby. There is a long counter that has its latched gate and kind of side rooms, and the splatters are intermittent and they are coagulated and unappealing.
Are they leading anywhere, or is it just like a spot on
All
the
over
floor?
the floor.
Into an it almost looks like splatters as if blood was hitting. So someone injured. You deduce that someone injured was moving through here.
Yeah, but are the blood spots leading anywhere, or is it just like a pool on the floor?
They seem to be leading back through the employee area.
Seems as good a place as any to start.
I
Lead
will
on.
follow still behind. I do not want to be the first one to find the bodies in case they're alive.
You
But you
find
were
them and
the
they're
first one.
nowhere around. Nope, guys, sorry, they were all dead.
Huh. All right, I will take the lead for now and head to this employee lounge or whatever.
It goes back a ways, and you see that these blood splatters are leading towards what seems to be a large vault or a safe.
Is what I figured.
Did they lock themselves in the vault?
The vault door is not sealed, but it is mostly closed.
But we can open it.
Seems like with a bit of effort you could probably move it.
Okay. I will open the door, seeing as I'm letting those two walk into places.
Smells like death.
You open the vault and as light pours in, you see a slumped over figure in the corner. Does not appear to be one of the foresters.
That's concerning.
Considering the only thing here is dark vision,
I can't see.
yeah, you're in dark vision territory here. The figure is slumped over with a wide-brimmed hat, kind of covering their features, and kind of a thick traveling cloak wrapped around them.
Helsing, is that you?
Do they seem to be breathing?
You can see in the dark.
I
Yeah,
don't have.
I'm a vampire,
Yeah, I was
I've
about to
got
say
vision.
I don't have
Okay.
light price,
Perception
so I'm gonna have to strike up a torch
or a
turn
light
on a
spell.
light.
So that's 17.
17 does not appear to be breathing.
Hmm. Well, if that's the case, I will
not a
advance with, I guess, Phazana, since we're the ones with dark vision.
Yep, I am staying out where there is light.
You keep guard.
Does there appear to be any precious metals and such around, or does it seem like this was a thieving that went wrong?
Gold in a bank? No.
Seems like whatever wealth was in this area has been long cleared out.
Well, probably from the freaking guy who sieged this place from the originals.
Well, I'll move up to the body and kind of nudge him, see if
I'll be on
he
her
gets
flank,
up.
prepared to give backup. I'll probably have my gun drawn, kind of pointed down, but ready to use if necessary.
All right. So you approach the body. Phazana, go ahead and you give me a perception of your own here.
Perception. There it is.
Okay. You had a 17 from
Uh-huh.
before? All right. You'll fail. you'll before getting like too close, you'll feel Sybil's hand kind of reach out and kind of lay it on your shoulder as you see a shifting from the body.
Moving, but it wasn't breathing.
It was a subtle motion, more like down at the floor level, like something moving under the cloak.
There might be rats. I would tread carefully if I were you and be prepared for something. Perhaps rats, perhaps his hand moving, but I can't quite tell.
He will hold up a finger, like indicating like one moment, and then she's gonna burn a divine sense.
Well, there's Sybil.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna get really trippy. Burn divine sense. Well, you see Sybil.
Sybil's dead, yes. And what else?
You do get a undead sense from this figure.
Is he a vampire too, or a goddamn zombie?
He will nod to Sybil. Seems he's one of your kind.
Then perhaps
Well.
I should handle this. Or I should at least take point if you want to take
Oh,
my flank.
God.
Does this...
Get him.
Can you not leave a man in peace?
With that, I will pull Faye back behind me because now I'm assuming it's a vampire.
You talk like
And
one.
I'm not going to let her get bit.
No, she's only mine to bite, apparently.
Shut up.
Possess a
I'll
I think
vampire.
it's fun.
I'll also level my gun at him.
Just walk away and leave me be for now.
Can't do that, sorry. There's 2 missing men around and you don't appear to be from this town. How long have you been hiding yourself in here?
Couple days now. But that is none your concern.
Oh, it is a bit of my concern. I've taken up an interest in keeping this town safe.
You see the figure will kind of shift forward and then rise up. Seems to be somewhere about 6 feet tall.
My gun will just follow him.
And you see a shifting that there is a sheathed blade
As it...
being picked up off the floor. You suspect that that might have been what the hand was moving towards. And just... If it is all the same to you, I have business here. And I do not want you getting in my way.
Business with who?
There is a man I need to meet. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I will cock my gun. Who are you?
No,
And have you been feasting on the guards around here?
I am no one of consequence. That is all you need to know.
I feel like that's incorrect, seeing as you are...
I have not taken from this town's limited resources. I have taken less from this place than you have.
Well, then I guess my final question is I'm looking for a vampire. And you're a vampire, and you're around here, and I don't very much care for it. So, go biting people recently?
No. I do not sully myself the way you do.
Oof.
Oh, I want to shoot this guy's
I just kind of tip the hat. Just kind of tip the hat up. Just no. Let me away. I am still resting And I am now going to have to find myself a new place to sleep. Unless, of course, you feel like ceasing this meddling of yours.
That'll be dependent on what my intel tells me. You can stay here if you want. I might come back with more questions.
Just leave me be.
How about you tell me your name and the name of the person you're meeting with?
Why would I tell you these things?
Because you're trespassing.
You're trespassing. These lands are not hospitable to you or I.
Well, yes, but I have permission from the ladies to be looking for two men who might be dead.
Well, I'll tell you this. They did not come by this way.
So reassuring from the breaking and entering fool.
Yes, I have sealed myself behind iron so that I could feast in privacy. Have you seen anybody's? Have you smelt anybody's around here? No. Just
I'll glance down at Faye to see what she wants to do.
either step aside or leave me to rest.
Waiting for Faye's response. Gun's still kind of leveled at this guy.
Faye will just have her, fingers on her temple, shaking her head lightly. Does your kind always have to be so evasive?
My kind, I've only been this way for a handful of days.
And it
Please don't.
tells.
Well, excuse me for being new. Didn't particularly ask for this.
No one does.
Not like there was a training manual. Fine, we'll leave you be, but like I said, if I find that you're an issue, I'll be coming back and asking more questions.
Yeah, you'll probably be coming and asking your questions regardless, I'm sure.
I'm sure. I'll uncock the gun and see that. Oh. We get to know who this one is?
That's a new guy.
The guy I've been bugging Quinn to tell me who is for weeks.
Grizzled guy.
But yes, he's just looking at you with kind of an exasperated impatience.
Look back at him blankly, not impressed. Well, then you could at least answer, have you seen any wounded men going about?
I have not left this vault for several days.
Then you wouldn't mind if we locked you in it?
You may attempt to.
Okay. I'm glad I have your agreement on it.
But when I escape, your best hope I do not find where you sleep.
Oh, I hope you do, because I'm going to have questions for you. And you are going to answer them.
Always the questions with things like you.
Things like me. Alright. Well then, go back to your sleepy poo. Sure, we'll be seeing you soon.
To be fair, now that you have roused me, I think I shall take my leave of this place. It's stuffy.
Well then, why don't you leave beyond the walls? Back into the forest.
Eventually.
How about I escort you to the man you want to meet with, and then escort you out?
By the smell of you, you are looking for the same person I am, I'm sure.
Oh, good, then I know exactly where to take you.
Do you now? If you knew where this man was, you would not be here. You would be right where he is, most likely broken on the ground.
You know who bit me?
Of course I know who bit you.
Oh, he did it.
Dun, dun, dun! No.
That's when he gets shot in the face!
That's when he gets shot.
Well, now I'm definitely not leaving you alone. Why don't you and I have a chat? Come on. You can get some air since it's so stuffy in here.
Get out of my way. And he'll just kind of walk past you.
Can I grab his arm?
You can attempt to.
Suplex.
Oh god!
Someone's about to get fucking flippily yeeted out the window they broke.
It's 11 on the dice. So you go to grab his arm and just it's almost fluid. It's like wisping at air as he just kind of shifts his arm away and walks out of the vault.
I will yell after him. I'm going to find you.
I will find him.
Now I know there are people looking. I doubt you'll find me.
Anger intensifies.
As he will walk out past you.
Yeah, I was just like, thought he was dead.
He is.
Oh. Well, shit.
Does anything really stay dead around here?
Apparently not.
Fucking hate vampires. God damn it.
He'll just kind of slip himself out the window and into the mist.
Well, that was a waste of time. And here I was really hoping it was going to be the guards. Not
Yeah.
dead, obviously, but...
Thought it was going to be the guards too.
I don't particularly like the idea of sending
Another
some unknown vampire out wandering the streets.
No, neither do I. We're going to have to speak with Vista about it. I don't particularly want to take it to the ladies right now. They're a little bit full in their hands. I think Vista would be the best person to know.
Well, that's fair, but the ladies should know who's browsing their streets.
Alright, but let's check with Vista and see if he knows this asshole before we go worry the ladies about it. If Vista knows about him, perhaps he can put an end to him before he becomes a problem.
Fair enough.
They already have so many problems, the ladies. I just don't like piling more on them. But should we keep searching, seeing as this was such a waste of time?
I mean, might as well. So I
Yes.
just hope that the fucking other vampire roaming around doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Like, so you knew about him. Like, yeah, and you didn't stop. What are we gonna do?
I would like to stop him. I'd like to beat him in the face, honestly. But we have foresters to find.
Well, other than continuing to check these houses and buildings, we are kind of running out of leads.
Let's finish scanning this area and then go find Vista, report the vampire to him, and see if he's come up with anything. I mean, he's got golems running around the city. He should know something. Unless he's just drinking himself stupid all day long.
I mean, not too far off the truth.
He was high as balls.
He is drinking felpool blood.
Or at least I'll go talk to Vista if you guys don't want to come, but if you guys want to come, I welcome the company.
I mean, we want to. The only thing is that, do we want to continue looking for the guards before we do that or no?
I'd like to finish scanning this area for any signs of them before we head off.
Yeah.
We've got, what, maybe a few more hours of daylight at this point?
A couple more.
Well, we might as well finish out the daylight and see if we can find anything.
Okay. As we go back to the searching, I will again take the rear guard and letting them take lead because I really don't want to be the first person to run into half alive bodies.
Half alive. You're just happy to run into mostly not alive bodies.
Well, my DC is going up every day that I don't drink blood, so I really don't want to find them and then eat them.
Drink blood.
Because then we gotta go, no, they weren't alive. They were already dead and sanguinated when...
Blood does the body good.
What's that other vampire we found? Honestly.
Oh yeah, we found
Yeah.
them dead with the other vampire guy, totally.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard bluff to pull off. Especially when you say it like that.
You gotta sell it.
Gotta have a better
Well,
purpose.
yes. With our last couple hours of daylight, I say let's keep looking around.
All right. So, with Faisana taking point, go ahead and roll your investigation.
Hey!
Nice.
Not bad.
I really need all the skills. I don't have enough skills.
Yeah,
To take a feat for it.
I like making you guys use skills. You spend the time checking for now more break-in from windowsills. And there doesn't seem to be any more signs of entry, forced or otherwise, in the area.
And no signs of like footprints or drag marks or like freshish dried blood, seeing it's only been 24 hours in a moist location.
You don't see any signs of traffic other than yourselves.
Damn it.
Only the slave trade. Oh, that's a neat effect. It actually looks like the map's darkened as the night falls. Hey!
Holy shit!
How? How did we fix it?
I don't know how it fixed.
But we have a Fluffy.
We have a Fluffy.
Okay.
I mean, the laptop is broke, but
Hey, we'll take it.
whatever.
It's working. That's all we care about, because now it's actually putting it on the thing.
Alright, so we strike out searching this area, we struck out searching the church, and we're running out of daylight.
Yeah, daylight is kind of fading at this point.
Okay.
Well... Okay, so... That left quadrant there, that's where I saw them last.
Yes, you guys were in this area last.
That north quadrant,
This here.
what's in that?
This is the
That's
merchant
where
quarter where you guys had cleared out at this point.
We stay at the inn there, I do the blacksmithing there, and we just searched and can't find anything.
Yeah, the only thing
And
you found was the
honestly,
merchants.
based on the route where I found them and the route they would head, the most direct route would be to go towards that to that intersection in the north, right?
Well, what if they were heading to the one right under the church and maybe somehow got pulled into there? Like, we could check that next. I don't
That's
think we
the
have time
quadrant
today.
I think we're in right now, but...
No.
You
the
guys
one
are
under
in
the
this
church.
quadrant right here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're there?
You're in the
Yeah.
merchants.
I thought we went across from the church.
No.
No, basically these
No,
two
we-
sections you were searching. And
I
now
mean, we
Scott.
did go across from the church, just not
Just
to the
that
south.
across.
We went.
I thought I went to the south.
So, I mean,
No, we were trying to figure out.
Because where's the keep? The keep is that building all the way to the north, right?
Yeah, this is the keep right there.
So it makes
And
no
that's why
sense
we
for them to go any
reasoned
other way,
this
really.
merchant's quarter or the church, because those would have been in their direct path of going back to the keep.
have we really searched deeply inside that quadrant where the zombies attacked us?
No, you'd basically scouted along
We tried,
the roadside.
yeah, we tried
What if
once.
they ended up happening to retreat for some reason? What if they ran
Probably.
into another zombie?
Probably. I mean, we could
could
go there again, but
look-
like, yeah, we tried there the first time, and that's how we ran into Vistas, because we basically found nothing and wound up back at the house we started with the
That's
zombies.
Okay, well, we'll have to pick another quadrant to look for the next day because we're running out of daylight.
Alright.
And I don't want to get stuck in the dark somewhere. But I do want to go find Vista and see what he's found and then report the vampire and see if he knows him.
Okay.
That's how this works, right? All the vampires know the vampires?
Do you know all the vampires?
I'm new to this.
Well,
I don't know shit.
He knew you, or at least who turned you.
Yeah, that's annoying. I want to tie this guy to a chair and beat him until he tells me all his secrets.
Let's hope we get another opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to have to hunt him down to hunt down the other guy.
Hunting all the vampires.
But anyway.
Well then, shall we head to the keep to see if Vista's around?
That would be the first place to start. I'm guessing the second place would be that house. So I guess we head to the keep first.
Alright, you head to the keep.
Mm.
There's a pair of foresters guarding the far end of the bridge near the keep.
I'll ask them if Vista's returned.
I hadn't seen him. I get the feeling that he's been instructed to keep turning stones until he finds them.
Fair enough. I appreciate it anyway. I'll kind of gesture to Faizana with my head that we should head back down. Not wanting to really say anything in front of these guys. When we're out of
He
earshot,
just shrugs.
when we're out of earshot, I'll say, why don't we just go back to that house? You said he had a friend there. Perhaps they're holding up.
Maybe. Yeah, we can go back to that house. It wouldn't take us too long, I don't think.
Okay, I guess
Well then,
we walk back
see what
over.
we can find.
It starts turning more towards night. Like, darkness is almost set in by the time you reach that house again.
Anybody inside? Anybody mostly alive and not zombified inside?
You mean, is there a succubus in there?
With
her pet armor? Because I'm sure you'll like her.
You do see a light inside.
Succubuses with a book.
That's from
a dirty romance novel.
Right, it seems to be coming from the study windows.
How about we do a change for once and go through the front door?
No, I like entering through the window.
I think last time we left through the front door because I said we should leave like we own the bitch.
I don't remember we left through the front door. I thought we just came in and left through the window. I know we came in through the window because they spotted us peeping on them. We're like, oh, well, I guess we'll just come inside.
Well, I vote we go through the front door now like we own the bitch.
I vote for that too.
Oh, Tay.
Okay. So you opening the door and start walking in. And you will you'll hear kind of footsteps approaching you. And as you're walking in through the foyer, you'll see Vista kind of strolling up through those.
No, we were looking for you.
Well, it's not like I need to be directly out walking the streets to be conducting my search. Might as well do it from relative comfort where I wouldn't be pestered every 10 minutes by, have you found anything yet, Vista? Vampire, have you found anything? Bloody git, are you even looking? So, I'm sitting here, taking care of myself.
I am starting to wonder where they vanished off to, because if they were gonna make it directly back to the keep, they should have been there or dead in the street on the way.
You would think so. I mean, gods forbid that they actually kick over. But if they could just do it and leave themselves in the street so we can call off this search, and I can get back to other things.
Pretty grumpy, not on the fell pool blood tonight?
I'm coming down!
Yeah, I mean, Ocelot, that's what it is.
Good to know. I suppose we shouldn't ask you what you found.
Oh, what?
Clearly not coming down enough.
Oh.
It's more of the same. Sorry, Vista.
Mm.
We're not turning. Well, we did find a new vampire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great,
rather-
they're just all multiplying for now.
Or
Is this
rather-
one all, like,
Scruffy looking?
fangy and hissy?
No, he's
No.
all scruffy looking.
He's an asshole.
He had a wide
No,
brim
that's
hat.
good, that's good.
He had a wide brim hat and a duster, and he looked like he'd been on the road.
Darker skinned.
Mm.
He said he was going to meet a man and implied that it was the man that bit me, so I'd like to know if you know him.
Oh, it's the only other bitey thing around here that I know.
Perfect.
But the fact is that he's an asshole is a good thing.
Because we'll want to
It
kill
means
him faster?
he's from a different vampire faction. Is that what that means?
Well, kind of. I mean, again, like I said, most of what I've heard about vampires around here is they're a little bit on the feral side. So if he's with it enough to be an ass, we're working with a step up here, really.
I mean, that's.
Oh, that's what he meant by my kind. That asshole. I'm not feral. Well, that's another vampire I'm going to have to hunt down and kill.
I love it. That
You know,
like
I
he
would go
backhanded-
ahead and making a...
He verbally bitch slapped you, and you didn't realize it until like 3 hours later. Like, wait a minute, is that what he implied? Son of a bitch!
Now I'm pissed off.
Well, I'd offer you a cup of tea, but I ain't got none. I mean, as far as places go, this isn't bad, but it's right trashed. And I'm out
Why
of
are you
carpentry.
frequenting this house aside from the circle downstairs?
Well, the circle downstairs is pretty interesting, and again, it's a place that has already been unlocked, we'll say. Naughty puppets.
Oh, us basically breaking in the door automatically invited you in?
I mean, no one's claimed it.
I mean, that's fair.
No one living owns it, so...
Wouldn't that be most of the buildings in this place?
Well, yes, but I don't want to go around breaking doors. That's going to rouse suspicions
We're going
eventually.
to do his dirty work, is what he's saying.
Well, I mean, you've done well so far.
Great.
I'm just saying, happy little coincidences. This place isn't that bad.
Your reputation with the women has fallen.
So you haven't found the foresters or anything about
No.
them. You don't know this vampire, and I've heard you have a new friend here.
I
who
don't
the ladies
know
would
what
not be
you're...
pleased about.
I don't know what you're talking about, and anything you try and accuse me of is hearsay, and will be reported.
I mean,
Oh,
we already
no.
told her about it, so you can, come off
Yeah,
of it.
these two already told me.
We just didn't tell the women about it because we know that they're not going to be happy with you having your friend coming around.
Oh, I'm just saying, I'm a lot faster than all of you, and I'm sure they wouldn't like hearing that you've let a little vampire running around.
You're only saying that because I mentioned that earlier, DM, Meta Cuckoo.
You're an asshole too.
Oh, yes, but
Is
I'm
that
on
the
your
thing
side.
with all vampires? We're going to go tell
Look,
them.
I'm just saving my
Apparently, you
skin
need
as
to
well.
grow your asshole gene.
Look, We're going to tell the ladies about the other vampire. We just wanted to know if he was your friend.
I ain't got no friends around here except for maybe you, Walt.
And the one you're hiding.
Yeah, you do have your Naomi.
Is that her name?
Yes, it's some name, Naomi. Look, she's going back just as soon as...
Well, can she help us search for the Foresters?
Oh,
Does
yes,
she know
let's...
anybody about vampires?
Alright, and so you're going to tell him that a vampire is now just a new one, out of the blue, wandering around here, and now someone before scheduled shift off is just now in the city. That's going to look great for all of us, isn't it?
Look, we're going to tell them about the vampire. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Okay.
I don't really want to tell them the details about the vampire.
What do you mean?
Don't want to tell them that he knows the person who bit me or make it look anything like I'm in cahoots
Does
with
he know
this
the person that bit you? Because I thought, honestly, that the guy that we ran into, I thought he was looking for Vista, to be honest.
No, because when I asked, he said I would be with the guy who he was looking for, and then I asked him if he knew who bit me, and he said, of course I do. Like he knew everything in the freaking book.
See, I think we're running with two
Oh, did
different
you not
lines
get a
of
copy
thought.
of the book?
No, nobody gave me the manual on how to
Oh.
be a fucking vampire.
Well, I'll just try and pick one up for you.
Is there a book on it?
Nothing.
Is it a good read?
It's a little dry.
Alright,
It's more of a pamphlet, really.
Great, now we have to go tell the ladies that there's a vampire wandering around. We can't find the Foresters. And keep hiding your little friend. Can we at least meet... Well, can I at least meet this person that you're planning to hide from them?
I mean, if you won't be an accomplice.
I already am.
We'll go walking back through the...
Rings a little servant bell. It's like...
See, he'll go back in towards the study.
Following him, I suppose. Are you guys coming along? Shall I move your tokens?
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, you can move them if you want. I was gonna move
Ah,
them.
you can't move yours.
Why can't I move mine?
Ah, you can't move yours.
Why don't you have permission to yourself?
Fucking Jeep!
You have permission to me, but not yourself.
That's because it's listed as a generic token.
You're a generic token.
I'm generic. I'm crying. Cries in generic.
Cries a generic token.
Alright, save setting for that. And let's hot edit that. Alright, so you should, in theory, have control of your token.
France!
Yes, I have control of my token now.
France! What the fuck?
France. Come on.
You're lucky I'm infinitely patient. I would just yeet you into the trash.
Are you infinitely patient?
Patient enough to put up with his shit every single time. Don't you do it.
So... Yeah.
It's like when
Sitting...
we're working the gens and the fucking guy popping like, don't you pop it! Ah! Oh yeah, your friend.
Yes, who is sitting at a chair, kind of feet up.
Apparently her armor is another thing too.
Just kind of sit up. She's got a book in her lap. Just, well, aren't you all being very loud? Vista, are you treating our guests well?
No.
Oh, come off it. Don't say that like you're the lady of the house. Well, I'm the only lady of the house, in the house, aside from you. Hello.
Hello?
So this is the new one you were talking about. Yeah, well, that's right. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, and I'm sure discretion is going to be well abided.
As long as you don't turn into a problem.
I could be a problem for a great many people. You, not so much.
Well, that's good to hear.
I mean, unless you want to make me your problem.
I
think
don't
she's
think
flirting
I'm
with you.
following what you're implying here.
I believe she's being flirty.
secretly?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, well, that's kind
The
of
bat wings are kind of a dead giveaway.
That's kind of her nature. She's a little, well, I guess she's a little, would you say you're kind of vampiric? Well, I'm not after blood, am I? Oh, no, but you do kind of at people. Well, so do you. Just Vista rolls his eyes.
If you roll them any harder, they fall out of his head.
Talking about vampires, do you know any of the vampires around here? Perhaps a dark-skinned, gruffy-looking homeless one with a bad attitude?
No, can't say I've met anyone like that. Just our cheerful little lush over here, and you know.
Not much of a vampire to speak of. I never got the manual.
You see the wings will kind of flex and kind of fluff, and as she kind of having her hop to the side of the desk, as she kind of approaches you, just a pleasure to meet you, Naomi Steele.
Sybil Walker.
John.
Touching something with a heartbeat. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Yeah, it's definitely something powerful that kind of hits your senses.
I'm just gonna be like completely strained, jaw taut, and
And it seems that they've noticed this
She's
tension.
got demon blood.
As a smile kind of graces her lips, and she'll take a couple of steps back to kind of ease that down off of you.
that's quite the aroma you have there.
What?
It's not just blood.
Oh no, there's some there's a right bit of something flowing in there too.
You should probably stay on the other side of the desk until I find a stable blood supply.
Afraid you're gonna hurt me.
Yes, actually, I'm afraid I will rip your throat out.
It's adorable.
How is that adorable?
Because I think she could whip your ass. Without trying.
She's an old pushover, I'll give it that. And old lovely Miss Steele here is a bit of a succubus.
A succubus and a mercenary.
So, yeah, I know, I get it. She gets up in your business, and it gets... I mean, the blood still flows in some ways, eh?
Just absolutely red. Sybil will, like, busy herself with fixing her glasses.
That's not even the best part. Her armor's a creature, too.
What?
What? I mean, I've heard of magic-infused armor, of course, but what?
I was confused, too.
Like a mimic?
Kinda... metal slime.
Slime is a little harsh, but...
Alright, good to know.
Valera keeps me company.
Just tried to keep my longing looks to myself.
You swear you see out of, like, this part of the armor almost take on a face. Like a rough face that kind of almost blinks at you before you kind of look and gone.
Alright, so you are the secret that we are keeping.
For the most part.
I don't happen that you have anything to help us with this Forrester issue, or now this new vampire issue.
I have been advised to keep myself busy here, and it is boring. I bet I could find them.
Oh, not to be seen.
What if we get the ladies to agree to let you look around?
They're not even aware she's here, is the thing.
Well, we need people. Isn't that what you and Vantis was talking about?
I think Vantas had already talked with them, and I don't know if he'd already gone on the trip to go recruit or not. Do you know?
I will look at
No.
you.
He was going to in a couple... That's right. He was going to go in a couple days after if the other foresters didn't get found.
Yep.
So he's right now in a holding pattern.
Well, I believe today he was going to go search outside the walls.
And then come back and tell you guys if he's leaving or not.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. But he was telling you two that the city was needing more people. There's a person here that we could use.
Apparently, there's a couple of people here.
What?
Are you talking about
Didn't
the
you
other vampire?
You said you found somebody.
You mean
I
the
don't
one
think
who
he wants to
something?
help us.
I would like to turn my searching goals to him.
I don't even think he's supposed to be here.
I would like to shoot him in the knee so that he couldn't get away.
She's feisty.
Pretty much word for word, you hear her whisper into her shoulder.
Lightly blush. Alright, well, I guess we're losing light. What else do you guys want to do?
I guess return, make a report, and then call it a night before we get, like, attacked by super zombies.
I guess we should go stress the ladies out about another bloodsucker. This is gonna be
Oh,
uncomfortable.
this is gonna be.
Why do we have nothing but bad news to keep giving them?
I don't know, because we're actually looking and
Because this place has
Guilty.
turned into a bit of a shithole.
a bit.
I mean, it looks like it was a lovely place when it was established and lively, but the thing is goddamn dead, and the dead now rule it.
Noted.
I have a theory as to why we have to keep reporting bad news, but who knows?
Well, maybe eventually we can report some good news.
Doubtful.
Vista.
Well,
Any chance that you've gotten a blood supply again?
I can't imagine if he's running low on his special absinthe.
I got a bit, yeah.
Not interested in sharing with me?
It's all I have left. I had.
Alright, calm down. I'm still
And
not...
I
Scratch
can't-
my
look,
back, I'll
look.
scratch yours.
You take little hits off it, little nibbles, and Felpool blood is fine. I would like to have a couple of clear hours.
I would like nothing to do with your Felpool blood.
Oh, it's delightful. You won't have to try
I
it
don't
one
want
of
to
these
be
days.
out of my mind.
I mean,
He's a bit of a junkie.
It's fine.
everybody's a bit of a junkie when you're hooked on blood. You're a bit of a junkie. Always going around eating and drinking your own self. You don't consider it an addiction.
Myself.
Don't be obtuse.
It's fine. I'm working on that, but I thought I would check with you.
You can't help but notice a not so indiscreet smirk coming from the other side of the table.
Just glance over.
What the fuck was that?
Cat's foot.
Is that on our end?
No, it's gotta be
It
outside.
sounds like it's on that side.
Yeah, it's gotta be outside.
Yeah. So it is on our end, though.
It's on our end, yeah, but it's gotta be outside. Because Gigi has no one to fight with, so it's gotta be Tiger and one of the others.
Probably Mr. Blinkers.
Oh, yeah, the fluffer.
Yeah.
Well, should we go then? I had quite enough evasive people for today.
Yeah. Let's go report to the ladies really quick and then we can get a rest. Or at least you guys can get a rest. I may go back to the smithing shop.
Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
What? I don't know what he's on about.
Blacksmith, are you?
Yes.
She's an artificer.
I guess you could say that I trained in weaponsmithing.
Might have to talk about one of your talents.
I mean, if you want. Been making daggers and other useful things.
Well, if that's where you're going to be, maybe we'll have to have a conversation later.
As long as you keep your distance. I would hate to put holes in your neck.
Well, you have places to go then.
I can go the
Indeed.
distance.
You two have a lovely night, and please let me know if you hear anything about that stupid vampire or the Forsters.
Well, now I've got another target to go looking after for. Maybe this one will actually show himself somewhere.
Or maybe you could step on him with one of the golems.
Well, I mean, I'll ask questions first.
Well, just maim him a little bit so he won't annoy you.
He may or may not be any easier. I mean, we found him in a bank vault.
Bank? Well, that's not that bad.
Next time I see him, I'm going to shoot his knee.
Surprised you didn't. You had ample opportunity. Actually, you were trying to grab him, weren't you?
Well, I was trying to convince him to at least be kind enough to talk with us without me having to use violence. But he's an ignorant ass and wouldn't, so. Anyway, we have a report to get to, and you two need your rest.
Yes.
We should have shot him in the back, honestly.
You could have shot him in the shoulder. I know that for sure.
You're not gonna live that down. Not in this life.
Someone's getting a little testy.
Vampires piss me off.
Toodles.
Bye.
But
So I
does
guess-
Vista piss you off?
No, because he supplies me with blood and information.
So vampires who don't meet your needs piss you off.
No, Vista and
Sounds
I have
about
to
right.
have a good relationship. I'm kind of dependent on him. If I wasn't dependent on him, he'd probably piss me off too.
I suppose that's fair.
I got her by the proverbial balls and she knows
Oh
it.
my god. Okay, so we're headed up to the keep.
Yes.
So you're headed up to the keep.
3
Most of the way,
hours later.
most of the way there, darkness is fully set in.
Great.
Darkness imprisoning me.
All that you see, nothing because you're human.
Yeah. basically. Yep.
I cannot live, so I will die.
I
I
got.
will.
I have a torch struck up.
Okay, I was gonna say I could pull out one of my magic items.
No, it's fine. I can use a torch.
Okay.
I'm not that cheap.
Alright. Anyway, we go to the keep to find one of the ladies. Who wants to tell them the bad news?
Ha! Not it.
Faye? Faye,
Not
you wanna
it.
tell them? Faye?
I think that's
Oh, wait a minute. I remember this. We have the appearance of Chief DuPont, and Fluffy has nothing to talk to us about, so he's just not there.
Yes.
Alright.
By the way, we were right about that, and Rain was the killer.
Rain was the killer?
Yeah.
Which one was Rain again? Was he the black guy?
No.
No, he was.
Rain was one of the gypsies. The fortune
Oh,
tellers.
Rain was the killer.
Yeah. The biggest clue we had is that he was. We were posing as Lexi, and he was worried that he couldn't remember what happened in Birmingham so much, and that he woke up the other night with his hands hurting.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
See, the weird thing is, I was looking at the stuff about that, and I thought it was the black guy because it was depending on one of two ways that What's-Her-Face responded to you when you were him. And then when you were her to him, he was also being, like, sketchy as fuck. So I thought he was the bad guy.
And apparently there is a easier way you can tell. You can either confirm or deny his innocence.
Yeah.
Was the first time that you could talk to him as Lexi. Like,
Really?
he's the killer if you can ask him questions.
Oh. Okay, interesting.
Anyway, Faye, I was asking you if you wanted to tell the ladies about the vampire.
I mean, I feel like they need to know who's cruising around their streets.
Oh, I agree. I'm just asking who wants to deliver the shitty news.
Both Nick and the book have said not it.
I mean, of course you can't hear the book, but yeah,
The book
still
is,
counts.
book is adamant about not telling them.
Fine, I'll do it.
I know you don't want to tell them because, yeah, you're already
God.
like in a bad light.
Yeah, I'm a vampire. I don't want to go up and tell them, hey, there's
Hey, I'm a
another
vampire. By the way, this is another vampire. That's not me. Or Vista. Yeah.
Or apparently the one that we're
Finger
hunting.
guns.
I'll do it.
It's like they seem to be multiplying but every time I turn around, there's a new vampire.
Maybe that's a sign that this place is too much fucking hassle.
That's not fair. It's somebody's livelihood. We gotta figure it out.
So you'll be let in to where both Sonia and Michelle are sitting at basically the throne. Well, the lack of overjoyed expressions, your hunt went as good as ours did.
As per normal, yes.
So, what do we got?
Well, we set us out to check the buildings between here and where they were last spotted in case they had decided to take shelter somewhere, and we found someone else.
Who did you find?
We get tired of telling you guys all the bad news, but we don't rightly know. Just that he seems to be another of the blood-sucking persuasion.
Just immediately, a slow facepalm from Sonia.
He was holed up in the vault of the Golden Griffin, I think.
Yes.
The exchange.
Well, this night just keeps getting better now, doesn't it? Okay, so what do we know of him?
Not much.
He wasn't
Invasive as
attacking-
their kind like to do.
Dressed as a traveler.
Said he was here to meet someone. Implications point to possibly the one that turned our friend here.
I'll give her a sharp look.
Michelle will kind of chime in. Well, did it seem like it was a friendly visit, or?
Not entirely sure.
Not sure. He had a bad attitude about the whole thing and very much wanted us out of his way.
We were more of an inconvenience to him.
Yes. I told him, I tried to get him to talk to us, and told him that I would find him, but he left.
What a charmer.
Another problem, I assume.
One that we are very under-equipped to handle.
Yes, you are very under-equipped.
I don't know how much more we can take piled on here without getting some kind of results.
I don't know how much more you two are expecting to handle of this place without more manpower.
It's not like we can abandon our home.
No, you can't.
Not after just getting it back.
I'm not implying that you should. I'm implying that you should get help.
We have reached our hands out, but no one in the area wants to be sparing what dozen men-at-arms they have, rally a militia to come down here. Who knows if they'd make it this far? How dangerous things have become. And any military force that we might be able to reach out to would sooner sweep us aside for a new base.
Fair, you're going to have to be picky about the help that you get, but you can't be picky about those who are willing to help you and let you keep your home.
She just has a very weird, worn expression on her face.
I seem to have missed it.
I'm exhausted.
You are.
And I would imagine that you have, by bringing this up, counsel to share.
Not particularly. These two tell me that even Vantis is worried about the fact that there's just not enough manpower.
Yes, he's told me several times. Also that he plans on reducing our strength even further in another bid to rally more from the crossing. I'm sure the paladins that he would bring would delight in what they see here.
In what way?
They're armored bearers of the light.
Oh.
Present company excluded directly. She does kind of glance over at you, Faye.
And a smirk.
I'm not excited to see more paladins strolling around either.
I was willing to get the help that I could from them, but well, let's just say the men of Ravoon cast a long shadow behind them. They certainly would strike out against the darkness here. And if they found darkness within us, I'm not sure I'd exactly... I don't want their questions. I don't want their demands.
Soul agreeance.
The fact of the matter is, what little help we have in the city would most likely be pushed out. And I'm sure that would make the people in the Flying Castle quite displeased with us.
Why do you think that?
Because we have an agreement that they have. We're trying to build a working relation with someone around here. They can freely travel. And right now, we've made an arrangement for them to have a small contingent here. And we are, by she'll just kind of wave for Michelle. Michelle just, well, bluntly put, that right now we're desperate enough to work with literal monsters. Cordial enough as they seem at times, we know that having accepted their help, we have shifted an allegiance, I suppose. Neither one of us really expected Vantis or you, Faye, to arrive, considering what whispers there were from who was helping us claim victory here. Apparently there was a bit of a naval battle around their holdings a little while ago, and they caught wind of the flying city and their denizens, and they don't entirely approve. I would suspect, because both you and Vantis are a bit of odd ducks in your order, that you were allowed to come piecemeal.
Yeah. Can't say they wanted to. I can see where they would want to not listen to me anymore.
Just staring blank face at them at mentioning of working with monsters and how that doesn't quite fit the bill.
You know as well as I, the outside world, seeing your big pearly whites wouldn't take that kindly to you. Demeanor aside,
I am no stake here. I have things to get done otherwise. But you've caught my interest. Your passion to keep this place. I want to see you succeed at it. So, I am a monster and I am here helping. And if this castle, though it makes you look badly in the eyes of your peers, wants to help you without taking it from you, the hell. Accept help.
we are.
They've got to be able to offer more help then.
Well, they're not due back here for another month.
Tell them to change their plans. You are literally losing manpower.
Poor Sleepy Dojo.
What?
TP?
A little bit, but I mean, I'm good.
Okay.
I know it's mostly just discussion on whether bringing more people in is viable and who. And she was pretty resistant to bringing paladins in, even though Vanta said that was probably, well, his paladins particularly were the best option, not the other ones, because those were the more militant ones that were just going to just take over. I don't think you brought up Vista's people yet, or did you?
No, I'm debating on how to do that. I've been trying to lead the conversation there.
Yeah, because I mean, Vista is responsible for bringing in himself and the golems, right?
No, the Flying Castle provided
Prior
the golems.
Castle provided the golems,
And I
but
think
the Flying
Vista's there
Castle,
to watch the golems.
right? But he's part of their
Yeah.
thing, so
Which means the succubus would be a part of their thing.
yes.
Which is why I've been trying to lead the conversation that way.
But it's not going.
It is, but I still want to tread lightly because I'm pretty sure that they would kill me on the spot if I pissed them off, so...
Oh yeah, no, that goes without saying. At the very least, they'll stake you. They'll stake you and leave you up for the sunrise.
They
well, I
will be
mean,
cross.
staking only paralyzes me.
Exactly. Cross.
Not that Sybil knows that, but...
Believe me, at this point, we are, as our options are, we're looking to take information. We're looking to see if we can't negotiate something with them. But we have to hold out until then. So believe me, we've had long conversations about this, and well, what help we can get, we're getting. We are not mages.
Right.
We cannot send messages to these people.
Not along those lines either. But seeing as we're the bearer of all the bad news for you guys lately, what if I told you that accidentally there's more help in the city that you should utilize?
I'm pretty sure this vampire of yours isn't going to
Oh no,
want to help us.
he's a walking dead man. I just have to find him. No.
Sonia cannot help but laugh at that.
He's a walking dead man.
No, you don't say.
Whether it's just the conviction of your words or just the irony of what's being said,
A walking pile of ashes. There, how about that?
Oh, I like the way you put it first.
Good. There was... Yes.
I don't know if we were supposed to tell or not.
It's too bad we're telling.
Hey.
What?
We're telling on Vista. Are you gonna help?
I mean, what needs to be said?
Well, I wasn't really there for that. I'm mostly kind of on the outside.
I mean, I
of
told
this.
him about the teleportation circle before, but I didn't tell him that Vista was investigating it further.
Yes, well, Vista got that information, and I was building weapons, so I know this second-handedly, but he somehow got it working, and it's a teleportation circle.
I don't know if he got it working.
He somehow got it somewhat working.
Did he?
That was my understanding of his accidentally somebody here.
We're not telling them about
We
that.
are telling them.
there's
because-
a look now that's coming from Sonia that's seems to be imploring you to elaborate.
Great.
I'll just give her a dry look back.
You're gonna get us in fucking trouble.
I was bit by a vampire. What worse could happen?
Death. Death can happen. Final death.
I'm dead!
Final death. The kind you don't just sleep off after like a blood milkshake.
Okay, fine. That's fine too.
And I'm not dead yet.
John, run away.
We're two.
You're not going to be pleased by it, but it's something that you guys could use, and you could use anything right now. Because we are, now going in 2 days without a lead? Somehow Vista accidentally one of his crewmates, one of his traveling companions, whatever they are, into the city. They know that they are not supposed to be here, and so they haven't made their situation known, and so they are trying to get back before they cause problems. I think causing problems is the least of our issues, and we should employ them to help us find your foresters. Just still the straight face, not going to take
She
any
is
crap from Sonia right now.
Pissed. Sonia's angry.
That little ingrate. Was he even looking today?
Well, according to him, he was been asked by everybody, so he had been, or at least interacting with those looking.
I mean, he said he was looking. We were also looking. Nothing around here is happening in the best of situations, but we should try to use it anyway.
Would you kindly, at earliest convenience, if I do not find him myself, direct him to my chambers, please?
Of course.
I knew this was-
Michelle's just kind of
I knew this was
kneading
gonna
lightly
go
on her
the way
shoulder.
it did.
Look, they need to accept help.
You got Vista in trouble.
Nah,
After we told him we wouldn't tell.
Not like he's providing me with blood right now anyway.
Oh God.
Wow, you're Machiavellian. He's not giving me my supplies, so I'm ratting out my dealer.
No,
Oh,
I'm
no.
not trying to rat him out. I'm trying to get us help because we have no clues.
Give me my drugs or I
These
turn you
guys
into the
are going
authorities.
to die. We have no
To
clue
be
where they are.
fair, we, Nick and Faizana, promised not to say anything.
Yeah, I didn't promise anything.
I don't think.
Oops. Well, she also was kind of like, can we be mums the word about it when
Naomi was kind
Nami
of
was kind of like,
implicit, implying like,
we
you're
can
not going
keep
to
this
tell
between
anyone,
friends, right?
Can't
Yeah.
trust my responses when I'm being seduced by the smell of demon blood.
Hashtag just D&D things.
Oh, so that's what it is. The blood seduced you. You
Yep.
can't be trusted.
Yeah. Look, we need help.
Yes, they
We
do,
still
but
have
I
things
feel
in-
bad because now she's upset. She's extremely upset.
Sonia was upset yesterday too. She needs a nap.
She needs more than a nap. But that's besides the point.
She needs to not have the whole world crushing on her shoulders.
That's more fair.
So we get some people to lift the world up so she doesn't.
Well, I'm
breathe.
not going to Vistas tonight because I'd rather not get caught in the alley by the zombie and gangbanged while telling him that we ratted on his girlfriend.
That's a hell of a sight.
Well, you two probably need your rest.
I definitely need my rest because I'm going to need all my strength if we're going to go tell Vista that we told on him.
Yeah, go polish up some daggers and get those
Especially since not only did we tell on him, but now he's being directly summoned to Sonia's chambers.
ready. Okay, I understand
At
that
his
I got
earliest
him in
convenience.
trouble, but him keeping it a secret wasn't right either.
That's besides the point. I still don't quite understand how he oopsied his friend here.
I don't know.
I mean, I get it. That's kind of part of the teleportation circle, but
Teleportation circles was not my area of study.
that leads me to believe that the flying castle, I think where the rest of them are stationed, are on that network somehow.
Maybe.
Or at least he found a way to put it on that network.
We should probably go to bed before we get ourselves in more trouble. Actually, I wonder if we can find Vantis. I'd like to know if he found
He stays
anything.
at our inn, so if he's retiring, he's there.
Maybe I got Vista in trouble for no reason. Vantis might have found them.
Yeah, why?
Hey guys, I found why is everything on fire?
Good news. I don't have to get backup. Oh.
I mean, I still need to get back up, but I could have been. I leave for 5 minutes. One day, and without me here, and it all burns to the ground.
It's basically that meme. I don't remember what it's from, but with the dude with the pizza boxes, and he comes back, and it's just everything's on fire.
Yeah, it's
People are just randomly like face down.
or the
in terror,
Ant-Man thing.
crying.
What the hell happened here?
Exactly.
So,
I just love your description of the vampire. It's like, dark skin, kind of looks like a hobo. I'm like looking at my own character. I dress like, would we like to elaborate a little bit more further on that?
wide-brimmed cloak, right? Wide-brimmed hat, dark cloak, traveling cloak. Looks like a scruffy hobo. Sweats in Nick.
Books like, you might want to elaborate a little further.
Are we being thrown under the carriage?
I feel like we're being.
I feel like this is going sour for us.
Well, I already feel like I'm being set up because I was like the last guy to see the two Foresters alive, and they've been strangely missing for like a day and a half.
They're like so dead somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they're either dead or being tortured.
Well, that's why I'm saying we need to get more help. 'Cause this is ridiculous.
Like I'm waiting for the either to turn up as vampires or undead things.
More vampires, great.
God, I hope not vampires. Then we're gonna look so bad.
I know, right?
Suddenly they're vampires, and look. Suddenly you show up,
And there's
and
more
there's a
vampires
plague.
than.
How many more of them are there here, Sybil?
It's like more vampires than I could shake a stick at, and the stick being a steak.
Look, I don't even know how I was made. I'm not making them.
Well, when a vampire loves you very much,
She did not love me
it
very
decides
much.
to feed on you until you die.
You don't know. You're assuming.
No, I don't know, and I'd like to find him, I'd like to find his friend, shoot his friend in the leg, and then ask the other guy questions.
Are you my real
I'm-
Daddy?
I'm not sure who's getting shot anymore.
Maury Povich is like, you're not the sire.
It depends on what they say at this point.
Okay.
But anyway, can we go to bed before we get into more trouble?
You can.
Yeah, probably a good
I
idea.
caused
We can at
trouble.
least meet up with Vantis if he's not already asleep.
We'll see, I guess.
Because he should be there.
You can head back to the inn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But suddenly, we're accosted
Da-da-da-da.
by two really, really bad-looking foresters.
I would okay, I would be less happy if they came around as zombies.
Congratulations, they're now liches.
Oh.
So we go back to Sonya, we have good
Or
news.
the
We found the Foresters. We have more bad news. They're dead.
We have
And
more
not
good
just-
news. Well,
Wait,
actually,
wait,
it's
wait.
mixed news.
Now we got something 50-50. They can still technically help us.
They're just not necessarily on our side fully. Maybe we could do like a Shaun of the Dead thing and put them on leashes.
But anyway, we go back to the inn.
Well, as we're going back, Faye will, the thing I was going to say earlier, you mentioned going to work some more tonight, and I just don't think that's a wise idea.
Well, and
so
especially
much
now at
going-
this point, we shouldn't be split up.
There's so much going on in this town that we don't understand none of it. I don't think you should be out on your own in the middle of the night.
I'll lock the door. I'll have the forge lit. If I need to, I'll test out one of the daggers.
I mean, okay, but
Look,
Maybe tomorrow. Especially tonight when we're
There's another
possibly
vampire
making
dude.
your friend angry. Not a great idea.
Oh, you mean the asshole? He's not gonna come back around. He doesn't want us in his business. And if he does come back around, what?
just shows up behind her. Like, I heard you talking shit.
Oh, good. I need to shoot you.
Pip smacks the dagger or the gun away.
just reaches out, pulls out the slide,
Brings out the other one.
pulls out the other slide.
It's like, here, you know how fast it's like, I don't forget how the bit goes, but it's from like Crocodile Dundee. It's like, you know how fast a snake, there's like this particular type of snake is, like disarms him and points the gun back at him.
Yep.
But anyway, we go back to the inn.
You go back to the inn. The inn is currently darkened. There's a low light still cast from one of the tables. But no one down in the main room.
We should totally watch Trigun sometime.
Should we check his room?
That's what I was gonna say. Faye will go knock on his door.
Bloodstains everywhere. No,
Oh, God.
Just bloodstains in his underwear. Yeah, Chipotle.
don't drink the water around here.
E. coli.
E.
coli.
Imhotep. The door will open, and Vantis is standing there. Just good. You made it back safely.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Safe is relative.
How did your search go?
About as well as you can imagine.
Aw, you didn't find him. Damn it, we were hopeful. And we found another vampire.
Well, if you're not heading down just yet, we had some things we wanted to talk about.
I'll be down in just a minute then.
Forcibly
She
buries
will
myself in my book.
leave him to do his thing and head back downstairs.
He's behind you shortly. Changed into more casual. Seems to have a rough spun blue tunic and wool pants on as he comes walking down.
Oh man,
He did-
he's
he-
in casual.
He was bedded down. He was bedding down for the night. He does still have his sword at his side,
Oh yeah,
but no armor.
like he needs it. If something looks at him wrong, he can just smite it. He can open hand smite it.
No, this is why he has a sword.
So he'll come and sit down at the tables. So, what have we learned?
There's another vampire.
Great.
Yeah, Sonia was about as receptive as that one is too.
There's another vampire. So, there's at least
3 by my count.
4, at least 4.
Well, yeah, if the other one is in town, but I think that one is still
So-
fucking around in the woods.
with all of you alive, you saw it moving around and avoided it.
We found its
Joe.
hidey hole.
We had a conversation with it.
Where?
In the Golden Griffin, the bank,
Just across the way.
it managed to force its way inside and take shelter for a minute. Couple days.
I see. Alright, so you found a vampire at the bank. Good to know. What else do you know?
We'll look to Faye.
Not much. He's evasive as their kind like to be.
He said he was looking
Kind of a
for
jerk.
someone.
Who is he looking for?
No,
Well, that particular point of contention is still up to debate. I think he was looking for Vista. She thinks he was looking for who made her.
He was very straightforward with that comment. I don't think you heard it.
I think we misheard it then.
I don't think so.
at any rate, he did say that he knew who turned Sybil here.
That one we're clear about, yes.
Alright, so I'm going to need to see about flushing him out.
I would like to assist with that.
I don't like the idea of there being another problem in the city.
That seems to be all this city has, is more problems.
All
It's
the
like
more-
it's cursed, cough, cough.
All the more reason to.
Like Curse of Strahd.
All the more reason to do everything we can to
What a terrible night for a curse.
clear this place. If it is such a hotbed of
Scum and villainy.
corruption and death, we have to set things right. Or I have to set things right.
Well, I feel for the ladies because they definitely don't want to leave this place. It's like it's like their home, and they like refuse to give up an inch, even though like they barely claimed as much as they did, and now are fighting a slowly losing battle.
I agree.
It's fair for them not wanting to give this place up. You just need to find them the right help.
Which is in woeful short supply.
That is true. So we have no foresters. We have another vampire, and Sonia is not all that pleased.
That's to say the least.
Well, it's not exactly positive. But at least your day was eventful.
Indeed, it was eventful.
Every last bit of trouble that we ferret out of here gives us an opportunity to make things that much better. It's not like we can combat the ills we know nothing about.
And you found nothing in the forest?
No. I was debating going off to start my search
from when we found you. But that seems like it might be a task for a group and not me on my own. I'm confident enough in my abilities, but I don't want to risk getting captured or worse.
Worse, like being changed. Well then, perhaps we all can go out there again. But I don't know. There's no hardcore hints or idea of where these men have wandered off to.
Well, considering the places we've looked, I'm starting to be like, where the fuck are they? Because if they were going straight to the keep, they should have only gone like a handful of different directions.
Which makes me think that at this point they were picked up by something, and if one vampire can get in here and hide out for a few days, what's the likelihood of another vampire getting in and taking 2 men off to feed on?
Gross.
It is possible. I have heard that they can climb on walls.
Sybil will smile.
Perhaps they were taken upwards.
Oh.
Fuck, I didn't think about that. That's a very good point.
If they were taken off a street level, they could have been moved in any direction.
Well, the vampire we ran into today was insistent that he didn't take them in.
And you trust his word?
No. But it was the only information he was giving us.
Yeah, it's fairly tight-lipped. We seem to be more of a minor inconvenience than a threat to him.
I'd like to change that.
You're welcome to try.
That sort of elevation has made me wonder. Perhaps we should check the church.
Well, yeah, we ruled it out because they couldn't climb, but
But if there was a vampire...
something that could carry them off, it could easily scale the walls. What a terrible night for a curse. Shall we go breaking into a church at midnight?
No, that sounds awful.
I mean, I'm still good to go for a while, but I assume you need some rest.
I wouldn't think of starting an expedition this late at night.
Well, why don't you give us your decision whether you want to go up to where you found me to search out there, or if you want to help us kick in the church's doors.
I may be able to speak with the ladies and...
Why are you this person?
Because you always poke me in the armpit when I have my arms up.
Maybe I'll speak with them early in the morning about taking the key, gaining the key to the cemetery. That way a search can be conducted. I would do it tonight, but I have spent the greater part of the day hiking the forest.
You have tasks?
Yes. Oh, look at my notes.
It's just like a little Among Us checklist.
Oh shit, I gotta go to electrical.
We need to do that again sometime.
Yes,
we haven't played
do.
that in months.
We need to get a group.
Anyway, so I guess at this point we're going to rest, because we've done a full day of work.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I didn't spend any spells today, so we could have kept going, but humans need disease.
Yeah, you've been on the move.
Yeah. I will be pushing exhaustion if we don't rest.
Okay. I think that resting is what should be done.
Daughter.
I will be taking my rest at the blacksmith shop. Polishing the daggers that I finished, making sure the hilts
Lovely
are out.
dagger. This is thy sheath.
Things that I can do while resting. Maybe working on some more designs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that you would. Foraging is not what we would consider light activity.
Yeah, no forging, but I could polish the daggers and wrap the hilts and...
Yeah.
Light activity you can get away with for 2 hours, and then the rest of it just kind of doing nothing.
Well, I'm a vampire, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean... I think even if you don't sleep, you still have to be in a restful state if you spend... Well, you didn't spend...
No, she can spend her entire time doing light activity and still be
Okay.
considered rested.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that and working on more weapon designs in my book.
You know, not that she spent any spell slots, but her long rest can consist of 8 hours of light activity.
Okay.
Probably finish out the designs for the last of the daggers I want to do.
Easily enough. No, D4. Go back in there.
You don't need it.
So, the length of you split off.
Locking my door and my window.
This is where you have the alarm spell.
Yeah, I don't. I need to.
Oh, I spell slot to set the alarm.
On the forge door?
Yeah, on the blacksmithing,
Okay.
so that I can work in peace.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
I don't like that.
You're getting fonged.
I fucking told you.
9.
9.
How's
Never
the
split
alarm
the party.
spell? Anything
You
should
alarmed
set it off.
you alarmed the door.
How much can I alarm?
A 10 by 10 space.
Fuck. So I alarmed the door. I alarmed the entrance to the forge area that I am working in.
Which
How about
is
that?
kind of a back room, yeah.
Okay, there. That's what I alarmed. No, actually, I alarmed the door. I don't want anybody getting in the building. So yeah, I alarmed the door.
So a little ways in.
Your friend from the
Here's the thing. Did you set it to silent or auditory alarm?
Silent.
Okay, so there's the mental ping in the back of your head that someone has crossed the threshold. You can at your thing add exceptions.
I don't have a whiteboard pen.
Do you have one that I can borrow?
This one is ultrafine, so it's not good. Unless you need to write.
Yeah, I want to write.
Because I was about to say, I had one for a hot minute, and then one of the last sessions we did, it got picked up from me, so I don't have one anymore.
So, yes. You can add exceptions.
Okay.
If you choose to.
But I don't want any exceptions. Anybody walks through that door, I want to know about it, even if it was Faye or Nick.
Okay.
Well, it's not me. I hope. Unless I'm sleepwalking because of my bug.
It's not me. Wait, I can assume direct control?
I don't think so, but I don't want to give you ideas either.
I will have to test this.
No.
Don't worry, you'll be sleepwalking.
No. Stop it.
I'm getting a sandwich.
I'm putting you in my bag.
Oh. So yeah, a little ways into finishing designs and whatnot, you will, feel that slight pressure that lets you know that the front door line has been breached.
The door is ajar. The
Oh.
door is ajar.
I will put my pipe down and grab the gun that's sitting next to my book and just kind of wait. Hello?
Darkness, my old friend.
Why is it always cocked?
You have cocky dice.
There's a protracted silence.
I would make yourself known unless you want to find out more about these weapons I make.
Silence.
Give perception, please.
You hear a snicker.
God damn it. Okay, that was better. I'm alert now. 20.
20?
Yep.
You don't see anything. You don't hear anything. But the other sensation is unmistakable.
Is it hunger or lust? Because I feel like the succubus is paying her a visit for tattling on her.
There is a supernatural sense that hits you, and just a flare that kind of sears through your body as there's this fragrance that kind of is wafting in from the other room.
I'm guessing I want to bite it.
You cannot help the instinctual reaction, that kind of building, tightening ball of hunger at your core.
Teeth clenched, hand clenched onto table to keep myself seated.
Legs clenched.
Shut up. Come to pay me a visit, have you?
Silence greets you.
I will get up, kind of glance around the room, and then head out of that back room into the main area, I suppose you could say.
Sitting on the counter, leaning back against the wall, you do see the succubus holding a glass of wine, sipping at it, looking straight on at you.
Not feeling like making your presence known, or are you here to spy on my work?
Just wanted to see if you'd come for me.
Hard to ignore.
I feel there was a pointed pause between come and for me.
Oh my god, shut up. Shut up!
I see you shiver in anticipation. But maybe the rain is not entirely to blame. So I'll remove the cause, but not the symptom.
Can I help you with something?
Maybe. But maybe I can help you.
I have a job offer for you.
I will lean back against the, entryway to this room. Trying
Oh
not...
yeah, that's right. We did tell her about the fact we were traveling with a vampire, and she's like, "Oh, she might be a treat." I remember that now.
What do you think you can help me with? I'm not expecting that you found the vampire or the foresters.
Oh, I haven't exactly been looking.
Didn't think so.
I'm lying low right now. It would seem by pure accidental happenstance I had been... my previous location had been compromised. Purely by accident, I'm sure. These foresters, though unlucky in many aspects of their life... Now, you shoot at everything, eventually you're going to hit something, yes?
Fair enough. So you're just wanting to hole yourself up here in the blacksmith shop? It's not all that comfortable. If you're cold, I have the forge going.
She's giving you a pointed look.
We'll look uncertain back at her.
So
you're gonna do horrible things to your butt for writing her out.
No!
So, maybe it was misleading by saying that I'm directly here to help you.
You are.
But nothing says you can't benefit from it as well.
I don't exactly know how you
I feel like she's offering a sucky and you don't want to take that.
Kind of. I don't know exactly how I'm to be helped by you, but if I can help you in any way, of course, seeing as I would want your assistance in our endeavors here.
Roll perception.
If you drink her, you're gonna wake up like the walk of shame from a frat house.
You remember the movie The Hangover?
Basically.
So that's another 20.
Another 20?
Nice. Damn, you're doing good.
Hazed as your mind is, you do see movement from under you.
Oh, she's not wearing her armor, is she? Wait, is she not wearing her armor? It's the Goo Girl. She's like a fucking liquid Terminator.
Kind of, yeah.
The T, whatever it was from T2.
T1000.
I think so.
A little more like the TX, just without range capacity.
Basically.
But you see a shimmer of kind of like reflecting of the light from behind you as you look down and behind, and you see this lightly featured feminine shape just kind of looking at you with like this
It's not weird
doll
if it's a threesome.
like face, but it seems to be in good spirits before it just kind of like nudges you forward.
You're about to get sandwiched between a woman and her armor.
I'll stumble forward, kind of glancing at her and then at the succubus. That's your friend then, I take it? The ones my friends were telling me about?
Valera, yes.
She doesn't seem to have quite the scent that you do.
No.
I think you do horrible things happen to you if you try to drink a slime.
She's a special girl. As she comes walking over, just kind of runs her hand down the cheek, and you see the form just kind of like bend inward and start kind of
slurping up her arm.
kind of moving up her arm, giving this silver sheen to the succubus's skin before settling in and almost turning and just basically turning translucent and transparent to where it looks like she was still wearing the same outfit she was.
Yeah, I can see quite special. I haven't seen anything like that.
She's very special.
I'll
Would you like to make her multiply?
walk to the opposite end of the table where she's sitting, kind of lean against it.
Now, I was pulled from the end of my rope, and by the look in your eyes, you're a bit at the end of yours.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I'm gonna set your blood on fire. In more ways than one.
I mean, massacring the town did sound like fun. I thought I would hold out and see what happened.
I'm sure that's exactly where you want your story to end.
A paladin putting an arrow through me?
Smote across the ruined streets here. They may be lacking in strength, but they do at least have enough numbers to eventually take you down, I'm sure.
I'll move to stand beside her. Alright, you have my interest, only because I really don't want to be killed yet. I have things to get done.
And I'm sure you'll tell me about them.
Giggity.
I'm sure I will when it doesn't ache so much to talk to you.
I don't think it's never going to not ache to talk to me.
Don't like what you're implying.
Good feelings gone.
Good feelings gone.
Good feelings gone? No.
It's like the succubus I met from before is into me. The succubus I met from before is into me.
Panic! Calm. Panic! And, well, she'll get up and walk to the back of the room.
I'll follow her.
Okay.
You know what you're about to do is not considered light activity.
Oh God.
This is fair.
But tish. Yeah, at least you're getting a short rest, if nothing else.
We'll see.
Thanks.
But seeing as how it is starting to creep on 11 and you have a new shift you have to get ready for,
Yes.
this week we'll cut it a little early just so that we have as good an opportunity to...
Figure out how you adjust to the morning.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
But we can't leave it off on a plot hook with the fucking
There's
succuluster.
no plot hook.
About to be
Plot
a fish
hook
shaking
is
your
the
mouth.
goddamn
and She
vampire
rails
we
you
have
from
to kill.
behind.
No, this is not happening.
Anyway, thank you all for joining
Vampire
me.
has found Sloot. Sloot has joined the party.
Thank you all for joining us.
I'm gonna smother you.
My couch mates are gonna murder themselves. We can't have that on Twitch.
Not
So
as
we're
well as
going-
she's gonna smother you.
I am going to say thank you for joining us. Hope you were entertained. And we will be back again for D&D on Friday, most likely.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you continuing more Wanwed, or did you want to switch back to the Kingdom? I know you wanted to keep doing Wanwed.
I'll have to think about it because I've also been thinking a lot about masters too. So
Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to do Monsters, that's fine too. Just let me know so I can try to make plans otherwise.
yeah, of course.
So we got D&D action coming along. Elsewise, down the pipeline, we have... I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow or not.
What's that?
I mean, we talked about maybe streaming after the kids went to bed.
If you want to do it.
But as far as you on your own, I have no idea.
Yeah, we'll
Oh
figure
yeah,
that
your
out.
morning streams can't happen if they include her because she's going to be doing a morning shift.
Yeah. So I'll figure that shit out.
Yeah.
But hey, things will be happening and stuff. So hey, keep your eyes peeled. We're gonna figure this out. But until then, take care of yourselves. We'll see you later.
Sybil's gonna get the saki.
I'm
Stop
turning
it.
off.